Welcome to the kitchen on Sunday night at 5 o'clock. I am Kat, and this is Kat's Creations, where I make original designs, which means that when you tune in, you never get to see the same design twice, because that's just my theory behind my creations, is that I want a customer, when they purchase a wreath from me, to be unique, one of a kind, and not something that they can get through the big box stores. So it's truly unique, or it's truly customizable based on what the customer's needs are. So I love doing custom wreaths too for customers that are already thinking along the lines of Halloween, fall, and Christmas. So if you're one of those people, now would be the time to reach out to me and contact me, because I'm seeing some really scary stuff in some of the retail outlets online, and wow, that's all I can say. So who's joining us?
Judy said hello.
Hi, Judy.
Lynn, Deborah, Dina, Gloria, Christina,
Hi,
Jackie,
ladies.
and Connie.
Hi, ladies.
So far, there's still people.
Yeah, so what I've spent the last 4 hours doing is designing what I call mystery crates. We came up with a name with them a long time ago called Kat's Creative Crates, which we kind of rolled out in May when Patriotic was going to be a really big thing, just to see what the interest would be. And then I rolled out a sample of 5 different ones for Christmas. Those literally sold out, I think, in under an hour. And then just today, after doing a poll with some of you on the main page, I asked how many would be interested in doing a Halloween, fall, or Christmas crate, and I got quite a huge response. But before I can roll those out into the Etsy store, I have to be assured that when I order the supplies, that I can meet those orders. It's great to pre-order, but it's bad to pre-order and then go to the store and go, there's nothing available that I would even remotely put on my own wreath. So I don't sell you guys anything that I wouldn't put together, so it is starting to get pretty scary out there. So, what's up?
So we just got a lot more people joining. Antoinette said, hi, I'm here.
Hi, Antoinette. I answered your question on Etsy, by the way. You're good all the way through July.
Connie.
Hi, Connie.
A different Connie. Deanna. Marie Craft. Hi, Marie.
Hi, Deanna. Hi, Marie.
Another Donna. Tammy. Hope said hi from Florida.
Hi, Hope.
Kathy, Pamela, Judy, 2 different Judys. Karen, Elizabeth, Robin, Audrey, Deb Doherty, Faith, Kristen, Sheila, Lynn, and Brenda, and Elizabeth.
Welcome, everyone. Okay, so we are jump starting Halloween. I know it seems crazy that we just barely entered into June and we're doing Halloween stuff, but if you're watching any of the big name wreath makers that are out there, like Damon, Nick, Julie Samaco, everyone is starting to fill their shop little by little with a lot of Halloween stuff. So if you're seeing that, or stocking fall, that's a clue. It means get on the train, otherwise you're gonna be left behind, and the only places you'll be able to buy supplies will be through Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Joann's. That if you're looking for something unusual and different, you're either gonna have to pay a higher premium through Etsy, through like a ribbon vendor or sign vendor, or I don't know. I just don't know what's gonna happen with Craft Outlet, The Wreath Shop, Trendy Tree, Paper Mart, some of those wholesalers or online retailers for Halloween, or now for Christmas, or now for fall. It's going to be scary. So
we're 4 months and people are already starting to order your Halloween stuff. So
yeah, well, like I said, when I ordered on Monday, I saw a lot more availability on Monday than I saw today, and I was telling Steve, had a few choice words that I can't utter. I was like, oh, we need to seriously, like, if we're gonna do this, we need to jump on board now, and we need to start ordering, and we need to start ordering for our people. We need to start encouraging our people. If you have it, start ordering it, start picking it up, start stockpiling it, even though I know that this stuff probably won't sell. But you have to realize, for wreath makers, our busy season is gonna start from July, and it's gonna freight train all the way to the beginning of December. And then that's where it'll kind of lighten up. We kind of get a break. It's kind of weird because you would think in Christmas you'd be super busy. Not unless you're doing a lot of online, local community fairs,
right.
Christmas craft shows, stuff like that.
Craft shows.
So with that, we're starting our Halloween one. We're doing one today, and then I'm showing the private group how to do the Witches Wreath with the legs and the hat and the broom and her skirt. We're doing that on Wednesday at 5. So even though you're not available to watch it Wednesday at 5 because you've got other things going on or you're still working, the recording will be available for the private members to view as often as you want. So we're going to get started. What we're doing today is what I called, I think it's a Witches Brew.
Yep.
Yeah. Witches Brew Elixir number 8. I got this sign at an antique store last year in Modesto. So it was actually in one of the antique store signs. There was a couple of them. I bought one. I came back. I made a wreath, and then I was like, oh, I probably should have bought the rest of them because they were like $3 then. And so I had to message my daughter and say, hey, if you're in the area, can you swing by and grab those other 2 signs? They only had one left, so they sent it to me. So I get to use it this year. So that's what we're going to be using as our theme. I don't know where it came from because it was in an antique store. So if you want to look it up and look, you can.
We did find some other cool signs at Kmart, remember?
Yeah, Kmart has something similar, yeah. But I like this one because it looks like it was written on a book script, like an old book page. And then we're going to come back in. We're going to do it simple, but simple with a really nice sign. Looks very elegant. We're going to add some of the black roses, and these are tipped with gold or orange glitter. We have some daisies that are the same way. We're going to come back in and add a bow with black velvet and 1.5 inch, it's black and orange harlequin print. And then we're doing a base of white 21-inch Deco mesh. This is an iridescent, so it's got that rainbow look to it. And then we're going to come back in and we're going to add in black, orange and black, and then a high foil orange curls. So I'll show you what the the mock-up looks like. So it's going to look like this, but on a much larger scale, and then we're going to add our sign right into the middle, and then top it off with our floral and our bow. So hopefully you guys will like what we create. Throughout moving into the busy months, I'm going to show you guys like how to do a wreath on a budget, like trying to do a wreath, trying to keep your materials cost between like $10 and $15, but still turn out a great quality piece that you can sell for between $40 and $50, so that you have different price points within your shop. So you don't just have like $80 and $90 wreaths, but you have some $35, $40, $45, $50. Because I think for us, the sweet spot is between $40 and $60. Sometimes $40 and like $70 is the high. But you'll get a lot of sales if your price points are right in there. So
there's a lot of people still joining, a lot of people saying hi. It looks like we do have a new Carol Burns said hi, Kat and Steve from Annapolis. First time watching your live.
Awesome.
Your videos are great.
Thank you.
So welcome.
Thank you.
And obviously our normals are Kathy and Vi and Janet, Brenda. A lot of people are still jumping on.
Okay, so before I start, I was getting ready to jump into that. Doing a 14-inch Dollar Tree wreath frame. You guys know that I am a hardcore proponent for this because if we can keep our materials costs low, we can keep our costs reasonable, which means that we'll sell more. There'll be some people who say that this just cheapens the overall effect of a wreath. I disagree. I just think that different wreath makers have different preferences. I've used the wire work frame wreaths with the tinsel ties. We did 3 of those yesterday. I'm quite done with those. So that's just, I like the chenille stems. It's softer. It has a little bit more flexibility. I can coordinate the colors with my ribbons better than I can just a plain like orange or plain black or plain white. So I color coordinated.
And they don't hurt your fingers as bad.
Yeah, they don't hurt your fingers. And you can kind of, with Halloween, you can use the chenille stems to make it kind of fun and kind of whimsical and give yourself like the really cool technique you like. So I set the 14-inch Dollar Tree wreath frames up the same way for doing a curl, doing a ruffle or doing a poof method. Although when I did do a curl method, I had some thinner deco mesh, so I had to go in and add some extras to thicken it up to where I was happy with it. But for the most part, this is a pretty good standard work for your basic poof, ruffle, and curl method.
And it's
so
12 on the outside, right?
Yeah.
6 on the inside.
There's 12 on the outer side, there's 6 on the inner, and the way I do them is they're divided into sections. So this one has 6 sections. We're going to wire the first one. So I call them 1 and 2, 1 being the closest to the inside, and then 2 the next one out. And Steve's going to zoom in so you can see that. And I just give it a couple of twists. And then again, I'm just color coordinating it just because it's going to match my ribbons and my deco mesh. And then I'm on the outer one, I put it in between the middle and the weld mark on rails 3 and 4. And again, just twist it together, putting some really good tension on it. And then I'm going to do the same with my orange one, in between the white and the rail, wiring 3 and 4 together. And the reason why we wire 2 together and not just a single one, tinsel, like tension on it when you're putting it on. So any questions you guys have on the 14-inch wreath frame? It's from Dollar Tree. If your Dollar Tree doesn't have them in stock, like I'm sure once we start getting into the Halloween season, it's going to be crazy. If they stock them, they're going to go like that. But you can go online, you can order them, and a lot of times you can pick them up at your local Dollar Tree store. They sell them by the case, and it's $24 to a case, so it's $24. And you'll have some that have some damage where the welds kind of separate. But what I do, see I have one right here where the weld is separated. I just use it for my mock-up. So that's pretty much all I can do. Steve's not a professional welder who welded the grid.
And we just reuse it for the mock-up.
Just take all the stuff off and reuse it.
Yeah.
So any questions on the frame, pipe cleaner placement?
Not too many questions. Couple people still said, you know, they're just jumping on. Antoinette says she's on her way from Los Angeles from church.
Oh, awesome.
As my husband drives, I'm watching you, Kat and Steve. Hi, everyone.
Very cool. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start poofing this while Steve follows up with the rest of the comments. I'm just going to take the 21-inch Deco mesh. I purchased this from Craft Outlet, and I just drop it so it stays at my feet and it doesn't tinkle. And I fold it over so that I'm containing the raw cut edge, because the edges where it's cut or where it starts and ends is where you're going to get that frame. And then I just gather it up, just kind of doing your little scrunch method. You have a little tail, and I start on my inners and do all my inners, and then I'll skip to the outside to do the outers. So
D said when I do that, it doesn't seem to tight. It wants to slide. So D, you have to really make sure you're tight.
Yeah.
And it'll tighten the 2 wires together. It shouldn't slip.
They will slide if you push them, because it is a fuzzy like stick on a painted surface. So if you push it, if I push it hard enough, I can get it to move.
But it's still tight.
But it's, yeah, like see this one is moving. So what I'll do is I'll just hold this until I get to my next one, and I'm going to put in 10-inch poofs in between this and the next one.
Yeah, but if you let go of it, it's not going to move.
Yeah. And then again, come back in, put in a couple good twists. The white is just going to be my base. So just 10-inch poofs all the way around. And you'll see me constantly run my fingers underneath just to make sure my outside edges of the deco mesh are still on the edge, that they haven't like So this will be a fun one for you to do. This would definitely not be a starter wreath to try with someone who is just getting started in wreath making. This technique's a little more on the advanced side. There's still people who struggle with it. For me, I'm trying to use up all my 21-inch deco mesh. I have 13 boxes of it in my garage. So I'm trying to use that for my base. Plus, demoing it a lot hopefully will add some confidence to people who are struggling with that technique.
Yeah, then some people do use a glue gun to keep it from moving.
You can.
You can. The whole Chanel stem.
And this one is a pretty thick, it's a very coarse Deco mesh. So it's thin, but it's got some sturdiness to it,
And
some
I just got
thickness.
kicked out.
You just got kicked out?
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't like what you had to say.
Maybe not.
So I'm joining it to where I started, so I'm just going to open this one up and kind of pop it in. Even if we lose connection on Facebook, Mevo will keep recording.
Jackie asks, how long are your poofs?
They are 10-inch poofs. So my Chanel stems are about 4 to 5 inches apart. So that's almost doubling the Deco mesh between them. So
Yes.
here I have done all the inside. And then continue all the way around. Like I say, it reminds me of flowers I used to draw when I was a kid. They just look like little daisies.
I'll zoom in a bit.
So I'm going to just add these to the outside. Again, measuring 10-inch poofs, making sure my insides aren't wrapped. And you'll see me push the inside out of the way so that I have full accessibility to the pipe cleaner to lay it in as close to the rails as I can. And then another 10-inch. So what questions do you guys have?
I see it. Some of them says that our video keeps kind of fading and stopping and starting, so I'll watch it.
It might just be the connection. The great thing is the replay won't have any of that listed. That was the one thing. No, that was the one thing because Mevo records separate, and then when we hit actual post, it posts from the camera memory and not Facebook's live memory. That was one of the reasons that I wanted it. So that's what I've been told. We've yet to experience it and see if that's true. So I'm just going around the outside. So are you guys excited for the upcoming holidays when we're gonna get really super busy? I mean, really super busy. Busier than you think now. So you wanna make sure that you have plenty of inventory inside your Etsy shop. Or if you don't have your Etsy shop open, it's okay. You can just have plenty of inventory available to sell through Facebook. I sold through Facebook before I opened my Etsy shop, so you can definitely do it that way. But I am super excited because I got a chance to see some of what's coming, even though it hasn't come yet.
Yeah, there's been some people saying they're already ordering their supplies now. Christine or Melody just said hi, Kat.
Hi, Melody.
I said she's going to be popping out.
You know what's funny is our internet's been really slow today, and I don't know if the heat has anything doors. Knows it feels like 108. I am not looking.
Wood burner to cut your mesh. I tried to use mine and made a mess.
It's kind of got an angled point, and then it kind of comes to a chiseled point in the middle, and it works really well. But I found that I had to increase how hot I have it. Mine, when I burn it, is at 450 degrees to get it to go through. Like everyone's like, oh, it works like melted butter. Yeah, mine at first was not going like melted butter. It was like burning more of it than I was cutting.
Yeah, we're watching, guys. I saw that it froze again for a little while. So we're probably just having a little bit of an intermittent internet connection.
Yeah, that's weird because there is no one home except for us. A future foreshadowing of what's to come, right, babe?
Yeah. So the tip is on the wood burning tool, you have to use the glass cutting mat and you put that over like your cutting mat that we have that's down that has your inches and your measurements.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just pull out your Deco mesh and you use like something like a pair of scissors to hold it. You want to follow the pattern of the Deco mesh, not so much the line of the 10 inches.
Right. If you look at your Deco mesh, it's all laid out in little grids, like rows of squares. So you want to follow the row that you're cutting down and not following your 10-inch line. So just take your time. Pretty soon you'll be pretty proficient. This is really coarse. It's just got a really rough edge to it. So I'm doing my last poof. So I'm going to take my 10 inches and then join it to this one so that I have a pretty, it's thick. I could go back in if I wanted to thicken it up, but I'm not because I'm going to add in quite a bit of Deco Mesh curls, which will thicken this up for me, just like the mock-up showed. The mock-up basically told me I don't need to go over with it. So I just leave it about a 3-inch tail.
Audrey, yeah, we're using the standard 12-inch length Chanel stems we get from Hobby Lobby. They seem to work the best because they're the sturdiest.
Yeah, they're thicker. They have a thicker wire gauge running through them. So that's about how much I've left by the time I finished. And then, so one thing I always forget to grab is I take a cable and bring this through to the other side, and then I will zip tie it to my frame.
Karen asks, what mesh colors do you find you use most for Christmas?
Ooh, see, that one's going to be a tough question. I definitely, okay, if you're looking to see what I would be stocking up on, emerald green, burgundy. Red right now is sold out. The only red that's available that I have found is base, like the base red color.
Still the beige.
Yeah, beige.
Beige and white.
I like beige, burgundy, and emerald. That's just my preference. But what did we do this year? We went woodland. So we went browns. What other color did we use? We used browns, a deep, not a dark green, but more of like a mossy, like a sage kind of green.
Kathy asks, when you move down to the outer ring, where do you put the first poof?
Oh,
So
okay,
I think
let me
you just,
find it.
once you finish the inner ring,
Yeah.
you move it to, obviously you go to the outer ring and you move it to the next one down the line.
Yeah, what
That
you
makes
do
sense.
is like, here's where I did it, is right here. So here's where I was starting. So I don't
Pull
go
it up.
straight down. From here, I don't go straight down. I go here to the next
Diagonally
one
over, right.
Yeah, diagonally, so that when I go around, think of it like a little flower. You're going around the outside. When you get to the last one, you're going to go in, and it's going to end at the same place where you came down. So then what you want to do is go back in and just
Poof.
poof, or just pull your little poofs or balls. Way, because this time of the year just reminds me going through and looking at the online retail stores of like all the fun stuff that we made last year. We're going to be making giant snowmen. Like this will be I think we'll do the bear, the black bear, because we live pretty close to the mountains here in California. So one of the shows that I will be doing this year is it's a holiday home tour, and then they do a Christmas craft fair. I sold a lot at that.
Wrightwood, yeah.
Yeah, up in Wrightwood. So that will be one that I do, because it's their Quilters Guild. Plus, I go shopping up there too.
Andrea asked, "Hey Kat, I need to send a wreath to my daughter in the mail. Where do I purchase a box?"
Ah, okay. I know you can go to Home Depot. Depending upon the size of your wreath diameter, you can get from Home Depot postage or shipping for wreathers balloons the minute that you go over 10 inches in diameter on any size box. So if you go like 28 by 28, try to keep them under 6 inches if you can. And then I usually try to put them in so they have a snugger fit, because when you're measuring on a diagonal, you'll have a little bit of play space in that corner that your wreath will kind of fit really snug in. And then don't worry about it. It's like, oh, it's going to sit in that box for 7 days. Won't it squish it? No. The customer will have to fluff their ribbons from being compacted in the box, but if you can make it to where it doesn't shift inside the box, especially ones with like the seashells on them, they'll ship nicer. Things won't arrive all broken.
Hi, Galena. That sounds new. Let us know if you're new. It's Galena Edwards.
Oh, very cool.
Connie Nate said our weather is rainy and overcast. She's going to check back and wants to replay. No problem.
Okay.
Vi said she put in her Christmas order and have stuff to pick up in Niagara at the end of this week.
Good.
Awesome.
And then in July, when you make the Route 66 transition back home, you're going to stop by and I'm going to load you up before you head home.
Yep.
So.
And then Sharon asked, have you ever done poofs on top of poofs?
I have not.
No.
I don't know if I would like
You've
that.
Gone back and filled in with
yeah.
the poofs, but not on top.
That would just be crazy. So this is what it looks like, just all poofed out. And like I said, this is just a
Standard white?
Yeah, it just has it's iridescent. It's not thick. It doesn't have the high foil count in it. It's probably a step up from your base deco mesh. So now I'm going to come back in and we're going to add in curls. So we're going to add in 2 black to every 1 orange and black.
Hi, Gail. Gail said finally made it.
Hi, Gail. Or just a high foil orange. So this is what you call high foil. This means that every single one of those little boxed squares on a vertical have a piece of metallic foil running all the way through it. So this is high foil count. It's very soft. It's very pliable to work with. It looks nice. And then this one is like probably like a medium. It's like every other one has the high foil. And then obviously this one is no foil. So these ones, I don't know about this one because these came in my storage unit stash, but I found one like this that was similar at Craft Outlet, but the spacing in the black and orange was a little wider. So I think at one time it probably was a Craft Outlet, and then this is just your basic black mesh that you can get from Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's, but remember Michael's goes 11 inches or like 10 and a half, some funky thing.
Karen's asking again as to her last question was, what colors do you mainly use for Christmas? She said, so not much gold and silver. You do too, but I think more you buy the white with the gold foil and the white with the silver foil.
I'm waiting to see what the trend is going to be. Like last year's trend was buffalo. Everybody was doing black, white, or black and red with white. The red truck was really popular last year. Rose gold was huge last year. I'm thinking that this year is going to be, this is just my own personal opinion, plus I like it anyway, is the retro vintage. So like going back to classic Christmas, like I said, some of the signs that I've seen that have yet to release are taking that back to the old classic vintage look. Like stuff that we would have seen growing up with our parents. The fonts, the colors, where they're not so bright red, bright green, you know, white. I
They're
think
more of the darker muted colors.
Yeah.
Burgundies, dark
Burgundies, like a sagey kind of green, like a deeper brownish, like pine. rematerialize for the fall and for Christmas. And then I'm thinking there's something to do with blue this year, because I Googled what are the 2018 trends for Christmas, because you know that those resellers or wholesalers had to buy their inventory a while ago. So I'm thinking that it's either going to be like, it's not a navy, but it's almost like a steel gray, blue, and gold will be big this year, as well as that with silver. So I'm thinking blue and silver will be big this year.
Hi Sandra, hi Diane, hi Carla.
Those are just my opinions though.
Judy Newsom said first time. Hi Judy, welcome. Let us know where you're from.
Yeah, definitely. So what I'm doing is I'm using my Bow Dabra to hold my colors, and I'm going to be alternating the orange and black with 2 black, and then it'll be the high foil orange with 2 black in every single twist tie, and there's 18. 6 on the inside and 12 on the outside. So I just usually load up my Bow Dabra with about 3 of them, and then I go in and I lay them in. So push this over so you can see. So obviously the closer you get to the end of your roll, the tighter your rolls generally will curl for you anyway. First, like 1/2 inch over or inch over, and then roll. And then as you continue to roll, just move your hand to the center, and then you have your curl. The only way you can get good at curls is just keep making them over and over and over.
Yep.
And this is that high foil. So I like this color. And it sparkles.
Vi's replying back, you're funny, but gosh darn, it'll be lots of room in the RV.
I got lots of room in my garage that I would love to be able to vacate. I swear, I'm like, Steve and I were talking, I'm like, we could totally like do vintage, like all the stuff that I had from that crate sale is all vintage stuff. It's all stuff that nobody has anymore. It's stuff from Christmas, like, and Halloween and fall from like 6 years ago. I'm like, maybe we could do like 22-inch boxes, and then we can do like double the wreaths. Like put in like 2 rolls of the 21-inch Deco mesh, and then add in, it's the ribbon. The ribbon is going to be the thing that kills everybody this year.
Linda, sorry Linda, she asked earlier.
Sorry.
How did you get started doing this?
I've been making wreaths for years. It was like something that I loved to do when I was a kid growing up. My mom worked 2 jobs, so it was just me and my brother at home. So for fun, we would decorate. I mean, we would decorate like crazy decorate stuff for my mom. And then you start getting asked by other people, hey, will you decorate our tree? So it just kind of evolved from doing it on my own, and someone says, well, you should try to just sell some of the stuff that you're doing. I think that it would sell. And I was like, no, it won't. No one's going to want to buy what I have. But I made something. I put it out there. It sold. And the rest, they say, is history. Mm-hmm. I was like, if I make it and they buy it, I will just keep making more. And if they don't, then I just have more decor for inside the house.
Yep. Hi, Maribel. Pam said just order the Halloween kit from your Etsy shop. Awesome, Pam. You're going to love it.
You are. Steve got to watch me order everything.
Yep.
So it was like, oh my God, wouldn't this look good? Like all I would do is take the sign, and then I would sit there and scroll through all the stores and look for the right ribbon and the right deco mesh so that the colors would be exactly what pops out of the box.
Yeah. Brenda made a good comment. It says, it seems better to use that basic on the basic.
Yes.
Since most of it gets hidden.
Yes. Use the basic, use the base deco mesh as your base.
Right.
So that's why I'm doubling it up with like the curls, because I want to thicken it up. I want to add more black than the white. So, and this is thinner anyway. When I had Steve work on my mock-up, he just used 1 of each. And when I looked up, I was like, I don't like that. Add an extra 1, and let's see what that looks like.
Yep.
So
Susan said hi, just getting here.
Hi, Susan.
Doris said first time, and I'm late. Besides, dang, no problem, Doris.
We post the replay right after this.
Yep.
So if you've missed anything, hang tight. So as soon as we finish, it'll go to instant replay.
And Allison said shared. Well, what's replay? She's just taking a class right now.
Awesome.
And then Lee from Personally Yours is on. Hi, Lee.
Awesome. Hi, Lee.
Happy Sunday.
I know. So, like I said, I think ribbon won't be something that is challenging to find. I just skipped my black. I meant to do another black before that one. I think it's the ribbon is going to be the challenge, because you can always go to online Etsy sellers and find it. I'm just really picky about my colors. I'm really picky about my cost and the quality. It just has to be there all the way around. So
Christina said she'll watch the replay.
awesome.
She missed, but she's back. She had to, I think, rock the grandbaby. And then Karen said I'm late, but I'm here.
Yeah, we just did a 21-inch Deco mesh
Pouf.
10-inch poofs. And so now we're coming back in and we're adding in curls to our Halloween wreath.
Yep.
And for me, I am a Halloween classic person. I'm not into Halloween gore, so you probably will not see any gore stuff for me to make. And we're not into cutesy stuff. But there is some cool, cute stuff that...
Yeah, you like more vintage or classy Halloween or even fall or Christmas.
Yeah. Like the witch one is going to look cool because you're not seeing the face, you're just seeing the legs and the colors.
Yep.
And then the hat. And then the broom. So, but...
Ooh, Christina said, hey Lee, can't wait to see my Mardi Gras signs from you. Ooh, Mardi Gras.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the sign vendors, you can still get your stuff. So, like I said, if you have it within your means to stock up, stock up.
Yep. Connie, all the curls, the Deco mesh are cut to 10 inches.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I should have said these are all 10-inch curls.
Yep.
And I try to just kind of crisscross and keep at least one orange between each of the black. And I'm just going in around the inners first, and then I'll go back and do my outers.
Yep. Hi Cherie, hi Becky. Becky just said good, just getting on, good, she didn't miss much. Nope. And then Brenda said, yay, no gore. With a wink.
Although I have it, I put it in this giant, huge box, and I put it on our community site. First of all, I asked my daughter and my son, my oldest one, if they wanted it, because they do all the gore stuff. They do big, huge Halloween parties. I'm like, you want this stuff? You want to take it? I don't want it. I'm not going to use it. So I have a big box of it. I mean, a big box, like almost 2.5, 3 feet high by 3 feet wide, right?
Yep.
It's like perfect square, and it's all filled with gore stuff.
Hi,
Severed
Luann.
hands, fingers, all that stuff. I'm like, nope.
Luann says she's making a wreath while watching you.
Yay!
She says she actually does a lot of her own signs. She paints most of her own signs.
That is really cool.
Awesome.
I wish that we could do that. So.
Hi Carolyn, hi Holly. They're just joining.
So
Carolyn is from Ontario, Canada.
welcome. It's up there. Bye-bye, right?
Vi's more Toronto.
That's just more Ontario.
No, she's right by Toronto, I think.
So I've completed my 6 on the inside, so now I'm going to drop it to the outside, and then I just have 12 to do on the outside. So like I said, I'm loading my bow dabber back up. I just got to keep remembering 2 black, because right now there's 1 set, so it'll hold about 3 sets, and then I can come back in really quick and then just open up my pipe cleaners. I don't open them all the way down to the frame. I just lay them where they are, so that I don't have to worry about my poof coming unpoofed. So, yeah, I think we started with what today? We launched 13 crates,
Yeah.
and by the time we were getting ready to start, I think we had 1 of each left. I had like one fall, 1 Halloween, and 1 Christmas. But I was telling Steve, even if I got stuck with them, because that's always my dilemma, is if I got stuck with all of the materials, I could have bought, like all 13, they're all different.
Oh, thanks for correcting me.
What?
I said Toronto is in Ontario, so Ontario is the province and Toronto is in Ontario.
Okay. Yeah, because I was like, I I know when I've shipped stuff to buy in the past, it's been Ontario, Canada, and then whatever city. Ugh. So this one's gonna go pretty simple. I would say pretty simple. It's pretty bad when our air conditioning kicks on.
There's a new tip. Carla, who seems new too, said Mardi Gras Outlet has great stuff at reasonable prices.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that just Mardi Gras stuff?
Just what it sounds like. Carla, if you could comment on that, is it just Mardi Gras stuff?
I know.
That'd
My
be a good
daughter
tip for everybody.
is begging me to make her, she wants like the ultimate Mardi Gras wreath, which I didn't jump into that last year. There were certain holidays I was like, okay, for me as an average person, I don't decorate my door for every single holiday. So I was just skipping the holidays I didn't buy for.
Mm-hmm.
But as a wreath maker, you should at least make one. And then, what?
Donna's on. She's like, oh my god, I finally got to watch a live. So excited.
Yay.
Welcome, Donna.
I know. Dial in the right time where you're like, how do you like try to find the right niche? You know, you're trying to appeal to like the entire continent with West Coast, Mid, and East Coast, and you don't want to go too late.
Even Jane Ward from Australia is on, so yeah.
Awesome, thanks, Jane. I'm gonna bring more of these over.
Jane, hope you had a great weekend because it's Monday for her.
That's true, huh?
Christina says she bought supplies to make a Freddy Krueger wreath, but it's not bloody or have any gore at all, really.
I saw some of those coming up on my images. So I was like,
It started on number 2.
Really? So, Chicago fan.
Boston.
Oh, Boston?
Massachusetts.
Oh. Well, I was thinking Chicago White Sox.
Oh,
But
White
Boston.
Sox, you're right. I was thinking Red Sox. Sorry.
Okay,
you
see,
got
so
me,
I
yeah.
can think.
So you're right. So
I was
Chicago
like,
White Sox. Sorry.
Man,
I don't know why I was thinking Red Sox.
Because there's Boston Red Sox and Chicago White Sox. So, yeah. Just trying to do the curls as quickly as I can so we can get into doing the fun stuff. The base is always, you know, you've got to lay a base down somehow. You could just, I don't know, I think I've seen some people who just leave it as a poof, which is weird because I don't even do that anymore.
Yep, I'm pretty much going to keep my mouth shut for us.
Why? Are you not
I'm
going
getting
to read
everything
the
wrong.
comments?
No, I'm getting everything wrong, which is fine.
You just have
Gail's
to go.
all Red Sox is Boston. She's all Chicago. She's good. Christina said that I think Mardi Gras Outlet is Craft Outlet.
Oh.
She got an email from Craft Outlet, and the email address said at Mardi Gras Outlet.
Awesome. So we'll have to definitely check that out. I know Kaylee wants something with like the really big Mardi Gras mask on it, and she just wants it all huge. But it's always like, well, where are you going to store that when you're done? That's pretty big. So this would be my, just have, I think, this, and maybe a couple more to go. You can see how thin the black really is. It's very thin.
Did you have to cut, what, 36?
Yes, I had to
36 of the
cut
black?
36 of the black and then 9 of each of the orange colors to get it to be this way. So.
Caroline says she's 45 minutes from the Toronto airport. Well, you and Vi must live pretty close then. Because Vi seems like she's only like 20 or 25 minutes from Toronto.
See, now you're getting to the outside ones, so those are the ones that are kind of laying way in there. So you just have to fight it.
Juan said she struggles with the rolls. A lot of people do.
They do. The only way you're going to get fluent is practice, practice, practice. Just keep doing one. You know, do a whole wreath. Like we did a lot of those for Halloween last year. And just did all curls with Dollar Tree signs, Deco mesh, like the flex tubing.
If you watch Kat, she really She folds down the first half inch. She actually folds it.
And you watch, I work
pinches
my
it.
fingers back to the middle.
Right, and then she starts rolling it. That really helps a lot.
Yep. That's right now. I'm always like, I always look and get my next ones ready. I'm just grabbing these. 1, 2, 3. We're getting there. Slowly.
Hi, Carrie. She said hi from Upper Peninsula of Michigan. First time watching.
Hi, Carrie.
Like and follow and share, Carrie. That way it sticks on your page.
Yeah. Sharing would just be like, hey, when you're ready to make your Halloween decor, I have to start making it now. It needs to start now. I have to start stocking my store, even though it won't sell, because what's going to happen is when people are in the mood to start shopping, they're going to click and they're going to go. And you don't want to be like, oh, well, I just made 3 Halloween wreaths and they all sold out in the same day. So I'm going to go order my stuff from Craft Outlet, which we know will take a week. And then when you go to Craft Outlet, you might find some Deco Mesh colors.
Yep.
Like black was all sold out, except I think for the black base. Red was all sold out, except for the base red.
I said she loves that high foil mesh. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Hi, Rita. She said hello. Christina said I can send you beautiful masks from our mom and pop craft shop.
Ooh, I like
cool.
that.
I said she's in Burlington. Yep. Christina said I'm going to go live in our private group one day in that store.
That would be awesome. But then you know what you're gonna get? I'm gonna tell you. You're gonna have everyone go, oh, wait, go back and do that. Let me see that. What was that? How much is that? Can you pick that up for me? I'll pay shipping. So you become like a personal shopper online.
Kathy Knapp's on. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
And said hello from Windsor, Canada.
Wow, a lot of people from Canada. Welcome, everyone, for Sunday night. So we're doing a fun Halloween. So this would be perfect for like a Halloween party. You could totally take your wreath like this and put it over your drink table. Mm-hmm. Like if you're gonna do like Halloween drinks, need another black one.
Shirley knows us too well. She's like, are you guys going to Cracker Barrel tonight?
You know, we have been so good. We have not gone to Cracker Barrel.
Well, this whole last week. You know?
Not the whole week. Ooh, you know what that means is they probably got stuff that I need to go in there and buy. Which is always a bad thing. I was telling Steve, I gotta use up my sign supplies because there are 2 dresser drawers filled with signs. And I was like, we need to make this because people don't know we have this.
Yep.
We shared all this stuff like at the beginning of the year. Oh, look at the sign. We need to make them.
Somebody earlier, obviously my internet dropped, so I had to go back on, so I couldn't read their sign.
Their
comment, but they said that your set sail wreath in the back is distracting, but in a good way.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to do one with a whole bunch of different nautical stuff. We had like toyed with the notion of doing a really cool one, a sailing one today instead of Halloween, but I was like, no, we promised everyone we would do Halloween. So let's do Halloween, and then we can vote on what they want to do next week. Whether, I don't know, summer stuff is just going right now. Like the mermaid wreath I made yesterday just sold. It sold before I was like, could even bring it home, show my daughter. I was like, hey, look. Oh, that. 1, 2, 3 left. And 1, 2. I think I might have come up short on my black, babe. Which
you can always pull it
means
from your mock-up.
that's true. That's where.
$5.25. That's awesome.
What do you got? Is it like banded high foil colors?
The Mardi Gras masks.
Oh, the mask.
Yeah, that's a pretty good price.
I have some that are just plain. It like came in with a seed stock on the storage thing. So I have like purple, black, green, but they're just the mask with the feather. So those would be pretty.
Hi, Cindy. Cindy Walker said, hey, I've been quietly lurking and learning from you now for a while and made my first wreath this weekend.
Yay!
And I have 3 under my belt now. I even made bows. Thank you for sharing.
It definitely is very, it's calming. Like, maybe for some people it's not very calming, but like for me, I love painting, like painting rooms. And so I'm gonna pull these ones apart. I find that very calming as well. I'm gonna take these guys apart. So I'll have all this stuff for later. And I forgot.
Wow, Ruth.
What's up?
She said, ironically, it's like Halloween in Newfoundland today. Are you ready for a weird weather report? We had snow today.
What?
How crazy is that? Wow,
that is crazy. Send it this way, because we have had nothing but horrible hot temperatures. I had to steal the term from Lindy, because Lindy lives out in Palm Springs, which is close to us, but they live in a different desert. She says that, you know, for the summer, we all hibernate. We're summer hibernators, because we don't go outside because it's too hot. So there's nothing to do.
Hi, Linda. Hi, Rita. Rita said, I joined late. Did you use a white mesh for your base?
Yes, I did a white 21-inch Pouf, 10 inches each, on a 14-inch Dollar Tree wreath frame.
The Poufs are 10 inches. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm just pulling all these ones apart. And here's my last one, which turned out just perfectly. Although I need all apart. I just need one. This one. And this will complete it.
Yeah, Darlene, or M. Darlene, said she confirmed that MardiGrasOutlet.com is located at the same physical address as Craft Outlet, but the website is primarily Mardi Gras.
Oh, how fun.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
I will have to check that out. But I have to curb my spending habit. I think by the time I actually hit submit on Craft Outlet, ordering all the crafts stuff for the boxes, I was like, oh man, that's a big order. Okay, so I'm going to attach my sign, because I need to see where my sign's going to fall in line. And what we've done, because this one, wow, it's unraveling. The satin ribbon is unraveling. But I don't think I want to use the satin anyway. So I'm going to make sure. There we go. This sign is probably right at a 1/4 inch. And I don't, even though they stapled it here on the satin and it didn't come through on the other side, I'm a little apprehensive about having it go all the way through. Even though Steve's like, well, I can try. I'm like, no. Let's just go with it won't work. So what would we do if it's a wood or an MDF sign and we can't use our staple gun? We could use hot glue and we can glue our pipe cleaners on, or we can use the adhesive ties. And this is where I was telling you, the adhesive ties on wood works out really well. And I'm going to go top to bottom. So these are little adhesive ties that you can get in Home Depot, or you can get them on Amazon. They're called, what is it, cable tie fasteners?
Commercial cable tie.
Adhesive fasteners?
Yeah.
Because they allow you to put a pipe cleaner or a zip tie in them and either go horizontally, like, let me find the orange one so you can see it.
Probably glue around it first.
Yeah, I will. So you can put your pipe cleaner in horizontally.
Yep.
Or you can put your pipe cleaner in this way.
Yep.
So it allows you a couple different choices. I use these when I'm putting my wreaths in the box to fasten them to the end of the box. So like Steve says, I'm going to come in right now and I'm just going to lay a bead of glue all the way around, even though it probably will do okay on the MDF. The last thing I would like is for a customer to contact me and go, yeah, remember that Halloween wreath you got? Yeah, the sign just fell off.
Yeah, we did find too that these adhesive commercial,
So we're gonna let that dry.
they work good on wood, but they don't work as good on metal. They do tend to pop off. They tend to stop sticking. So if you're gonna try to use it, make sure you glue it down really, really well. But for metal, you could always just use a hole punch.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Kathy said it's so hard to grasp Memorial Day just passed and you're doing Halloween.
because Christmas in July is coming. So if Christmas comes in July, there's 2 seasons that fall in line before that, which is going to be fall and Halloween. Even though I know we're not going to start selling the fall stuff until probably August, September-ish, maybe.
Yeah.
The die-hard people, like I was selling, well, I was selling Halloween in September, but all the people who were die-hard Halloween people had already bought their Halloween way before that.
Yep.
I was on the catch-up train. So I'm just going to put that in there, let that dry a little bit more. I don't want to, we're not cutting ribbon because we're going to put those, we're going to use our Deco Mesh tubing because I like adding that glitter to this. I think we'll be okay.
Were you looking for purple Deco Mesh earlier today?
Different, I found some.
Well, Carla said that actually that Mardi Gras outlet seemed like they had 10-inch purple poly mesh for $3.50. So I'll have to go look.
I ordered some. There was, when I was looking at Craft Outlet, I'm just feeding my sign through the Deco Mesh to get it to sit in the middle. Yeah, when I went to click today, it only had 1 roll. It didn't say how many rolls they had, but when I wanted to try to up the count,
They only had 1.
it only had 1. It says, sorry, your number has exceeded. I was like, what? I just wanted 2. They're like, only 1 is available. So I'm going to lightly put my sign in. And what you see me doing is I go through and I pull out all my little curls so that I want my sign to nestle in a little bit more. Like so. I don't want it to pop up, so I always push it down. Yeah, but I have to pull my pipe cleaners before I push it down any further. So you just keep your hand underneath and you feed your pipe cleaners down through your Deco Mesh, and hopefully you hit it.
Lee said we've had cottonwood flying. It looks like it's snowing.
I've seen that. I saw somebody who was like, "Oh, look, it's snowing up in the mountains," and that's all it was. Is the cotton fibers. Yeah. So now I'm going to go back through and make sure the tubes are out of the way.
Hi, Linda. Linda just joined.
Hi, Linda.
She shared.
Thank you for sharing.
Thanks for sharing.
It makes it easier to find on your own page. Trust me, that's the #1 question I get asked is, where's your video on the Halloween wreath? It's like, it's probably buried by now.
But you could always pull it up on KatsCreationsNMore on YouTube too.
Yeah. That's always fun. So, I wanted it to sit down under here. I'm trying to get my, come on, pipe cleaners. Tucking my ribbon underneath the sign in case the customer wants to take the sign off and use it, they can. I try to keep the elements that I use on the wreaths in the same condition, so if they want to pull it apart, you can pull it apart and still use it.
That's awesome, Christina. They said they have lavish mats at our local store. Right, Darnell Clement, or usually that's my aunt who originally introduced me to your page, so thankful.
Oh, awesome.
Awesome.
Okay, so as
Claudia,
you guys can see,
Claudia asked, do you push pipe cleaners through the mesh or through the gap?
it's actually through the Deco Mesh. If
can
you can
push it right
see,
there.
it's through the Deco Mesh, and again, through the Deco Mesh. Because it's so thin, I mean, when you're taking your pipe cleaners through, it just goes right through your Deco Mesh, just like so.
There are
And
some
then
times
it
where you can
helps.
find a gap. Yeah.
I like it because then I don't have to worry about the gap creating a bigger gap. This way it kind of holds it in place. I want my sign a little lower because we're going to put our bow here. So we're going to do our bow really quick. And the colors I picked out is this, it's weird, it's like a paper ribbon. And it was already pre-done as a bow that we saved from last year we didn't use. So I told Steve we'll show him how to redo the bow. And then we're going to come back in and add this harlequin. So so that these two will be the stars at the top. So with that, I don't even know how much is on here. We'll see how many loops it'll make. I try to go for 4 and then 4, like 2 on either side, so it's a 4-loop bow. Are you changing out the wreath?
Yeah.
Okay. So with my bow dabra, I'm going to take this and move this over here. So I'm going to start with a 10-inch tail. So this is a black velvet, and it's kind of got like a little plastic kind of embellishment on the side. So I start my bow, I put it in, and I twist it so that I have the right nice side up this way, and then this side is all the wrong. So when you go to make your loop, you're actually completing. So you're going to grab it, you're going to twist it again, push it back in, so you have 1 loop.
It's very thick ribbon.
Yeah, you can hear it's like paper. So we're going to twist, push back in, and then before I go any further, I want to make sure that my bow is the same size.
Hi, Kathy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a little.
About 5 inches.
1, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, I need this one just a touch more. So that way it'll establish where does the ones on top of it go. So now I just have to make sure these measure and don't exceed the loop size of the ones below them.
And that's it. Everyone is doing Halloween already.
I told you.
You got to be 3 or 4 months ahead.
I told you. We won't sell them for a while, which is going to be crazy. You'll be like, well, then what do I do with all the wreaths? They're just going to get hung up all over our house.
Audrey said the curls remind me of spider legs. Kind of fun.
Don't they? I won't have enough to do another 2. So I'm actually going to filter this one out. I have 2 loops on this side and 2 on this one. So I'm going to leave a tail. So this just isn't enough to do anything with. So to do your dovetail cuts, even though this is a funky wired ribbon because it's got plastic coating on it, you're going to put your wire edges together and you're going to cut from your fold to the point. So you just exactly follow your scissors. I use Betty Crocker Dollar Tree scissors because they'll cut through the ribbon, and I save my good scissors for the other stuff. So we will put that aside. And then now...
You've got a black cleaner?
Oh yeah, I have it right here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I make sure I have it all done.
Melody asked, do you ever use the Pro Bow?
Yes, I do. But for me, I kind of like an imperfect bow. So I don't want them exactly. The Pro Bow for me, if I wanted an exact bow all the way around, whatever I'm doing, that's when I would use the Pro Bow. With this one, I would freehand it if I could, but I'm not good on freehanding. So again, I'm leaving a fairly long tail. Remember, we can go longer and we can cut it. Same thing, I'm going to twist it every single time to get the right side fabric. And on the Harlequin, I'm going a little smaller because it's going to be more to the center of my bow. But I still want to make sure that I'm keeping them the same.
Hi, Sue. Sue said hello from Sue, Missouri. Love your wreaths.
Thank you.
Maribel said went to Joann's today to buy Deco mesh and ribbon for 4th of July, but they didn't have any.
Isn't that funny? You can get it at Hobby Lobby though, but not today.
Yeah, well, not today, yeah, but
Yeah.
Hobby Lobby. And then Linda said Walmart has 4th of July Deco mesh ribbon and plaques.
We didn't get any of that. Our Walmart doesn't have that.
You haven't been to Michael's in a while, huh?
We have not been to Michael's. I will tell you, when Dollar Tree starts stocking their Halloween, you want to make Dollar Tree your best friend and go often. You want to start picking up your flex tubing because they sell it by the dollar rolls.
Purple, orange.
Purple, orange, black, green.
Yep.
So again, I've got it pretty even where I want it to go.
Plus the signs are pretty good.
Yeah, the signs are crazy. $1 for the signs. That's what we did quite a bit last year to keep our price point really low. So I'm just going to lift this up, and you'll see it's all compressed. What I should have done was folded this in half, but I didn't do that. To make sure that it's even. There we go. And then I'm just going to come in from the top. I'm going to grab this and just give it a couple twists. I think the darkest I'll probably go on a Halloween wreath will probably be something along the lines of like Edgar Allan Poe dark. If that makes sense. Like the Raven. These are still left over. And then now what I'm going to take my bow is I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to bring it in and not go too far down because I don't want to stuff the bow in there. But through the Deco mesh to the frame, right about there. And then I'm just going to twist it onto my wire frame. So now it's secure, so I can take it and use it like you would a fluff box and pull your ribbon around where you want it to go and open up your loops.
And you can really hear the black ribbon. It's almost
plastic.
like a plastic paper, but it's thick.
I like it though. It just holds its shape really, really well. So let me just fidge with the bow a little bit. And get my harlequin on top. Yeah, just even trying to find black and white deco mesh, non-existent, not finding it, which is really depressing because I was like, do you realize how many things would go black and white? Even trying to find black and white harlequin ribbon. I mean, they have it, but it's super, super expensive. So let me flip this so I can see it my way. And I want it to kind of have a little bit of a gap because that's where we're going to tuck our roses into it. So I want to see it from the way you guys are seeing it. And I'm actually going to cut my ribbons down a bit.
Vi's back on. Hi, Vi. Christina's Poe wreath would be cool.
Wouldn't it?
Like the Raven, yeah.
I know. I'll have to show them the sign. I was like debating which ones I wanted to do. I think I'm going to cut this down just a pinch more. So.
Luann, we're down in Southern California. Little town called Victorville.
Where nobody knows where it is.
Yep.
So this is where I was telling you, look at your ribbon placement. If you like your ribbons long, you might want them to cascade off the back. I'm trying to go to the outside. I'm trying to do my cuts, and of course I cut it wrong. I wasn't paying attention.
There's a Kathy Smery who said she watched a lady do many different bows on a pro bow, and she did one with like an imperfect bow where she alternated her pegs between C and D.
Oh,
so that's
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
I just have to go play with it a little bit more. That's my downside. I haven't played with it enough. I've done a couple bows on it.
Yeah, some really amazing bows. Yeah.
So I want, so this is what our bow looks like. It's just a simple bow. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and I'm going to add the flex tubing to the outside pieces. And then I'll come back in with the floral. So the flex tubing comes like this at the Dollar Tree. So you get it in like black, it comes in orange, it comes in purple, it comes in green, and then of course at Christmas time it'll come in red, green, gold, and silver. So when they have it and you see it, stock up. Don't go, oh, well, I only need like a couple bags for now. It won't be there when you come back. So I'm going to do what's called like a 3-loop bow. And I'm going to stick these in every single one of the outside of my pipe cleaners. And I'm leaving my pipe cleaners attached. I always tell you guys, leave them attached to the very end. And I'm just using the fragmented pieces that I had pre-cut from Stu's mock-up, so I'm not really
a lot
wasting.
of people said they know where Victorville is.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, Brenda says, I know where Victorville is at. Anyone driving from LA to Vegas knows Victorville.
Where does Brenda live?
And then Cindy Walker says she's been to Victorville, High Desert. And then she said now she lives in North Carolina.
Aw, that's like literally leaving one environment to another.
Yeah. And I go out to North Carolina quite a bit.
On business, right?
On business, yeah. Hi, Deborah. She said hello from Florida.
Hi, Deborah. We're doing our Halloween wreath. So just my take on Halloween.
And Carla said I know where Victorville is. She's been there before.
This is Halloween minus the gore. Although I think I have to do one. Just one. And that'll be for Caitlin and Steven's Halloween party.
Hi, Diane. She said it's pretty.
Thank you.
Regina said hi from College Station, Texas. Just hopped on. We'll have to watch the Wreath Day replay. Beautiful wreath.
So if you guys see, I'm just adding in these little sections of the flex tubing. I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm just opening, I'm not opening the pipe cleaners per se. I'm just laying them right on top. So I will grab.
Oh, I got you, Brenda. She said I live in New York now, but used to live in Santa Clarita.
Oh, yeah, I know where that's at.
Yep.
Out by Magic Mountain.
Yep.
So I usually start it with about
That's a long distance move too.
2 inches, and then I just loop them to a length that I like, and I just do 3 loops. Remember, I told you it's the odd thing. So most people will go, why didn't you just go to 4? Because I just want to be different. It's just the odd thing. So I'm going to come
Anybody
in.
notice what she hasn't done?
Well, I think I told them.
Well, you haven't used any really other ribbon.
No, I have not used any other ribbon.
No?
That's so contradictory. She always uses ribbon. She always does tails and half bows. Not always. Showing you how to just simplify things, but still keep it, because we have so much metallic, so much sparkle, so much bling going. And they don't have to be exact when you're making them.
Yep, Sandra, that's right. No ribbon.
No
Karen said
ribbon.
ribbon. That's right.
Ribbon at the very top. That was it. So I'm just going around. I just open up. You guys can see, here's my pipe cleaner. So I'll make my loop.
Hi, Susan. Susan said hi from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Hi, Susan.
And Deborah said hi from Greensburg, Kentucky.
Trying to keep it even. They don't all have to be, I just try to lean up against it so it doesn't fall to the floor. So in here I'm just going to come in, I just lay it right where I'm pinching it, right into my pipe cleaner, and just give it a couple good twists.
We'll zoom in a bit.
And just like so.
Yep.
Yeah, let me see if I can find another one. Here's the orange one. It's hard to show when they have like the black pipe cleaner in there. So I'm just, it's all.
You could use the Bodabra too and just stick the flex tubing through the Bodabra.
Nah, there's no need for it. I could, but I just lean. I'm a leaner. Just lean. So just like this, I'm going to go right into the orange and then grab my pipe cleaners, use my fingers and stuff it in.
Brenda said you worked at Henry Mayo Hospital and got married in Vegas.
Ah. And then here's white.
I've got it zoomed in a bit.
Okay. I know, but I'm like, there's the white one.
So you guys can see the Deco mesh tubing is right in place of where
I would put ribbon.
she would put ribbon, right?
Yeah. This one just looks nice without it. Like when we did the mock-up, I'm like, we could add more ribbon, but I'm like, nah. The emphasis is the sign. That's my focal point. So I'm just adding the ribbon to fill, going around.
I think Halloween season we use more of the foil curls.
These?
Yeah. I think we tend to.
I just think that we didn't jump on the ribbon train last year because there wasn't any. We didn't know really, I mean...
The tubing.
Well, no, because by the time we were going out in September looking for Halloween, they were already Christmas. We were like, where's all the Halloween stuff? It's like, nope. Nothing. You could find signs.
Mm-hmm.
So now we learned.
Hi, Deborah. Thanks for sharing and liking.
So I'm just putting those in, making sure I don't skip any. And these you can actually put in all the way around the sign. So even if it's, you've got a couple of your pipe cleaners showing by your sign, go ahead and add a couple, you know, couple loops of your Man, we have some really cool stuff coming though. I'm super, super excited because I can't wait to show everybody everything. We're like, this is going to be so amazing. I didn't want to do my business classes. I'm like, so we can make this and we can make this and what if we use this instead of that? Because we're always about trying to find new ways of doing things. So I'm just making sure it's all untwisted. So again, and the loops are like 2 inches. And it stretches quite a bit. This is the last one on the outside, and then I'll do a couple that are hanging out around the inside. Then we'll add our decaying flowers. See, there's a couple that are like right here. So we'll add that. So if you think about this and keeping it on a budget, if you bought your Deco mesh at Dollar Tree, your ribbon to go all the way around, the outside cost for you, just for the materials, is $2 for your flex tubing. Now if you buy it through the online wholesalers, it's like $6.50 to $7 for it. So you do save quite a bit. I'm looking for my other ones. There's the black. Here it is. You made, I hate that word cheap, an inexpensive wreath, but it still looks really nice. So what questions do you guys have?
Lynette is watching. Hi, Lynette. That's my cousin.
Oh, hey,
And
Lynette.
then, Mary said, love the wreath. You're awesome, Kat.
Thanks.
Judy said, hello. Kathy said it's freezing up again a little bit.
We're almost done. I just have a couple more pieces. See, this guy's here, so we'll add one here. And there's a white one here and there. Just because you want to finish the look. Like you wouldn't want a customer to find your pipe cleaner and go, what is this? It all had a purpose.
Donna said, very pretty as always. Have to watch the replay. Later plus binge watch all the videos I haven't seen on the private group. Have a blessed night. Tubing for $1.20 in so many colors.
Really?
That's a good tip.
Yeah, but I wonder what Paper Mart's shipping minimum is.
I don't know.
Because that's where you can get killed on shipping. Like I always try to meet. It's usually insured shipping. Okay, so this is the last one of
Dollar Tree and have it shipped to the store. We never get tubing in our tiny store. But the same thing, you probably order the tubing.
Yeah, and now that Dollar Tree allow you to break up your orders even if you don't want to order a case.
Yeah.
Remember we figured that one out?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me show you what it looks like from now. We're just adding those in.
Hi Linda, she
Oh,
says
I got
hello,
one.
love Halloween wreaths.
So that one's really simple for now. Did you zoom it out?
Yeah, it's zoomed out.
You're just quiet, you don't tell anything.
Yep, it's zoomed out.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I have these, because I pulled them off. Oh, here they are. Is remember I told you guys on our pipe cleaners, sometimes we don't take our pipe cleaners all the way off. You can use your pipe cleaners, and I'll come back and hot glue them all. But I added these on my pipe cleaners to keep that glitter. So I put a black and an orange one on my pipe cleaners. So it looks like there is a reason why I have them there. And they go on really nice. You just push them on. They're little styrofoam balls.
Yeah, they're really cute.
So Hobby Lobby will sell them like you just push them on. I think there was one that we did at Halloween that we took these and we glued little googly eyes on them because the sign says
it's something about eyes, huh?
Yeah, I only have eyes for you.
And they were kind of haunted eyes.
Yeah, well, they were just like little red, white, and...
Ruth said, I think the white on the base looks really nice. I love your wreath.
Thank you. So I'm just going through and adding a black and an orange. There's more black, obviously. So you can tell we've used orange more. And I'm just going...
Kathy doesn't think that the shipping costs are that bad. So they're in California and she's in Ohio.
Paper Mart?
Yeah.
I wonder where that's at. Because we live in California. I've never heard of them.
We've heard of them, but we just haven't ordered from them.
Yeah, but why wouldn't we just like go visit a local Paper Mart store?
I know, huh?
And just stock up.
Hi Debbie, she said, hi Kat, getting here late, cute wreath.
Thanks.
Maya's loving it.
I'm just, give me some hearts,
I've
give me some likes.
So you can see where she's put the little balls on the edge of the Chanel stems.
Yep. They're just little styrofoam balls, so they just push right on. So I'm just taking them and just adding them. You could add googly eyes if you wanted to.
Adds just a little touch.
Yeah. It just finishes it. I think it's always about, for me, finishing the look instead of, you could go in and cut all your pipe cleaners off. But I'm like, why? We can just put little black and white glitter balls on them. I did that one. I'm almost finished.
And you can also get those little glitter balls from the Dollar Tree. That's where they're from.
Yeah, well, no, we got these from Hobby Lobby, dear.
Hobby Lobby?
Yep,
think
they
you can
came in
get
a
them
big
Dollar
bag.
Tree too, though, can't you?
No. But
Sandy said, where do you get the boxes to mail them?
I order mine from Amazon because I like the quality of the boxes. I order 22 by 22 by 4. And then you can also order
24 by 24 by 4.
Yeah, I forgot one.
Hi Brenda, she said I made it back.
She's like, "Is she still here?" Almost done.
Yep.
Because I'll just add in my dead florals and I pretty much will cement it. I just found one that I was missing. It's behind the bow. So. Big one. Okay. So that's it with all its little glitter balls on it. It just finishes the look and doesn't make it look inexpensive. There's the word, inexpensive.
Adds a little pop, a little bling, I guess, huh?
And these, even though they were from the, whatchamacallit, the storage bin, these look like they came from Michael's. Doesn't say, but I can tell by the part number it is. So we're just going to add a couple of these up and around our sign just to kind of give that look that Witches Brew is probably not a good thing to drink. There we go. So I push the stems up. I'm going to cut a couple of these off. I had a couple of these, I think, at the bottom. Pushing them all back up. So I did do one of these similar last year for my brother who bought the Jack Skellington wreath. the one that I think I shared pictures with. That was like a custom order. It was probably my most challenging wreath to do because he wanted everything. He wanted lights, he wanted it to be very...
Sorry guys for freezing up a little bit. It could be the Wi-Fi. We're almost done.
Yeah. So now I'm going to take this, I think I'm going to cut this down just a smidge more. Pulling out my little silicone mat, because you guys know I hate burning myself with the glue gun. So I just add it to my silicone mat, and then I can do my little dip. This is how you get cheaters glue sticks. So I'm just tucking those into my bows. Very pretty. And I'm tucking them into the Deco mesh.
Seems like it's not.
Looking at the ones I like. So just adding those in where I like them to be. Adding some to the sides. And then I'll add some to the very bottom of our sign. And then we're done. Take all my glue threads.
Hi Gail. She said she came back on. Did the sign come from the storage bin?
No.
We bought that at Antique Store last year. We bought 2 of them.
Yeah, it's funny because I went out into our actual storage shed, which is where I put all of our stuff from last year for Halloween and Christmas, because I was like, we're not going to need that for a while.
Yeah.
Not. Not.
But you can try to find them online. They have something similar to it.
Yeah, I'll show you some of the other ones that you could incorporate. It does not have to stay like this. Okay, come on, right. Even though I did cut all the Deco mesh, all of it except for the Pouf that we used with the wood burning tool, I need one more rose. I came up a row short. So, here's the stem. There we go. Because I like the leaves to be pushed way up. So I just want to add it to the end.
More glue? Yeah, probably.
I'm just not a big proponent of being burned by hot glue. I don't think anyone is. Oh yes, I love being burned by hot glue. Please. Okay.
Sorry guys, yeah, they're saying it's still intermittent, it's freezing up and
Okay, well we are done anyway. So let me show you what it looks like now that we are done. So this is what it looks like. Now let's see if you can zoom out.
yeah, zoomed out.
So this is our Witches Brew Elixir. Like I said, this would look great over a Halloween table that you have all your Halloween food laid out on. Maybe right over the drink table with your cauldron with dry ice in it. Where are you going?
I'm gonna take the other one off here.
Oh, okay. Normally I do. And then I'll show you what other sign options you could have done on this as well. So that's what it looks like on an average size door. But, are you zoomed out or zoomed in?
I'm zooming into the wreath.
Okay. Let me go find the other sign. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So these are some other options that you could do. These are signs again from our storage unit. There's nothing on the back of them, so I don't know where they came from. But they have this one that says beware. You could have incorporated that and maybe done a black base and kind of gone a little bit darker. Still keeping the same colors. They have this one. If you wanted to do purple, green, and orange, these colors will all be available in the flex meshes, but there's your welcome if you wanted to keep it still Halloween. And then here's the one that I told you guys, the crow's foot spellbinding tonic. So this is kind of your Edgar Allan Poe-ish that you can put that in. And I think I would incorporate some ravens or feathers. Like I would incorporate that all the way along the wreath. But I didn't want to go bin diving today in 98-degree heat. So that's why we just kind of kept it on the simple side. But it doesn't look like a simple wreath. I mean, aside from our big bow, we don't really have an awful lot of ribbon. But it looks sparkly and shiny and definitely very Halloween-esque.
Yeah.
So we're done. So what questions do you guys have before we let you head out on your work week? We're going to be doing the Halloween Witch on Wednesday in the private group on Wednesday. So at 5 o'clock, if you can't make it, don't worry about it. It'll be recorded. That one's going to be pretty in-depth. So it's going to look pretty amazing. But from what I've been told is that last year those sold on average for about $125 a pop, which would blow my mind away, but I couldn't see spending that much money on something like that. But we'll see what material costs all kind of fall out in and see. But this one, I'd probably sell it for around $60, $65. And I don't think we'll have a problem selling it at all this year. It just won't sell for a little while.
Yeah.
But any questions, babe?
They're just saying beautiful job as always. Cute in a spooky way.
Okay.
I said that would look great on any door. Love it. Looks awesome and love it. That's it.
Okay. Well, have a great weekend. Thank you for joining us. If you're interested in any of the crates, if there's any of them left, there were 3 when we started. There was a Halloween, a fall, and a Christmas. I can't allude to what is in them, but know that they are premium crates. You get 3 rolls of premium Deco mesh, which will kind of be stuff like this that you see. The ribbon, the signs, any embellishments that kind of tie into all of that, but it's enough to do the wreath. All you have to do is figure out what size wreath frame you want to do, and you have all the materials to put it all together. So none of them are like, which means that if I sold all 13, you're not going to have 13 people with that wreath on Etsy trying to sell it. Nope, everybody's got a different one. Right. So no competition, which is what I think is different from ours than maybe what other people are doing for their crates. So, alright guys, have a great weekend. If you have any questions, message me, leave a comment below, and we will talk to my private group on Wednesday and the main group on Friday. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but we'll figure it out. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a great weekend.